Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes of the previous episode of Raw, SmackDown, PLEs. I do this after every Raw, SmackDown, PLEs. All right. First comment. This is from Jenna Sinatra. Seth Rollins has a point. He has more WrestleMania main events than CM Punk. And yeah, you are right there. And so is Seth Rollins. He has two, count them two, 1, 2, if you include his cash in on Roman Reigns and Lesnar. And yeah, and it really got under CM Punk's skin. Really good job there. That opening segment was such fire that it set a tone that Raw couldn't keep up with. Man, they probably should have did that at 9 o'clock or something, because that opening segment was so good. At first, I thought CM Punk was just going to verbally massacre Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins got a couple good ones in on himself, and then their brawl, WWE does brawls so good. It was amazing and awesome, and I'm all for it. And now we got a WrestleMania main event match at Night 1 Netflix, January 6th. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that. Rodney Too Good, the New Day needs to embrace that they're heels. Yeah, so the running theme was the New Day keep thinking, like, what's going on? Why is everybody so mad at us? They got kicked out of the locker room. They get biased interviews. Everyone's just mad at them. And New Day is still kind of acting like innocent, saying 10 years of positivity, and you're throwing it all away for one bad day. And yeah, I think they will start eventually embracing their heel side, saying, okay, well, you're going to treat us like heels, then we will be heels. But I don't mind them stretching it out just a little longer. However, by the time we get to next year, which is only like a week or two away, that's about it. We can only be victims for so long before they become the victimizers. Alex Johnson, the final match of Liv versus Rhea feud needs to have a stipulation. Yeah, it needs something. It can't just be a normal match. They've gone way too long to just end it. You know, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, that went on way too long for them to just have a simple 1, 2, 3. Nope, they needed Hell in a Cell. They needed a toolbox to the head. Something has to be in place for Rhea and Liv. You made us sit through it this long. You owe us a stipulation, Triple H. Candy Marmain, I still can't find a reason why CM and Seth hate each other. It does not make sense. The reason is you have to go back actually to the Survivor Series in which he reappears. You have to remember that CM Punk for many, many years have been saying, I hate WWE. It's not so much the fact that he ghosted Seth Rollins. That's what they're kind of going with right now, but it's actually the fact that Seth Rollins is such a company man and loves the WWE so much that he feels personally betrayed that when CM Punk left, he tried to tear down WWE. CM Punk made a lot of really harsh and bad remarks towards WWE. Were they justified? I don't know. You go listen to the Colt Cabana podcast and you can make your own decision. But the fact of the matter is Seth Rollins does not feel they were justified. And here Seth Rollins is. He is the face of the company, and CM Punk is just blasting the company. So as the face of the company, Seth took it personal. And so when CM Punk just walks back in at Survivor Series, Seth Rollins is not having it. He's like, I've been here for the last 10 years with the company on my back, and you're just going to waltz in and get this pop? That's why he hates him. Now they're bringing in other details like, you know, I tried to call you and stuff, but that's not the real motivation. That's like the icing on the cake. He's a company man, and you don't make fun of his company. And CM Punk doesn't really understand. He's just kind of reacting to the hatred that's coming his way, and that is on brand for CM Punk. He will meet your energy with your energy. Basically, whatever you give him, he responds in kind. And my hot take are people are waking up to how beautiful the Winged Eagle belt is. Yes, I am so glad they brought it back for Saturday night's main event, and people are now recognizing its beauty. It's my favorite belt of all time, and you could win it. All you gotta do is comment below. Once I hit 10,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job, I'm trying to quit my day job now and do YouTube full time, but I need subscribers and comments and engagement on the channel. So comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, and maybe give me a thumbs up, and you can win this belt right here. All you gotta do, comment below. All right, next hot take. Jay and Love, 1. Liv and Rhea should take place in Hell in a Cell. It would ramp up their match. You know what? I said earlier, they needed a stipulation. I even drew back on the Hell in the Cell, so why not? Let's have a Hell in the Cell on night 1, Monday Night Raw, Netflix. Hot take 2, I wish WWE would stop shoving the PFC, Pure Fusion Collective, down our throats. I just don't care. Nobody really cares. It's kind of a wonder why nobody cares even, because Sonya Deville's decent on the mic, and Shayna Baszler's a beast, and then we got Zoey Stark. She's a rookie. It seems like a good team, and yet you're right. There's no connection whatsoever. Nobody really cares. Maybe it's the name. That is kind of I don't know, it's a very forced name, but I don't know, even if they had a really cool name, would that really matter? I don't know. They should try to add a comedy act to the group, somebody that could draw out personality. I don't know. I'm not saying become a comedy act. I'm saying kind of I'm not comparing the two. I'm not saying that they are the female version of the Bloodline, but I'm saying, Sami Zayn added to the Bloodline really did draw out some characters out of the Usos and such. So maybe somebody like that could really draw something out. Call up a rookie from NXT, put some personality in the group. The original Mexican. Somebody please tell me why CM Punk looks in the slightest way looks like Scott Stapp, lead singer of Creed. I guess I didn't notice that, but okay. He did look very unhinged, I'll say that much. When he was the pull part and his eyes were bugging out, that was a really good snapshot. Damian King, week show, rarely any matches. I watched WWE ECW shows that had more matches than this. He's not talking the old ECW, he's talking the WWE brand of ECW here. And I'll say this, to be fair, that was their developmental show at the time. Even though they branded it as ECW, it was their developmental, so they were probably trying to get more matches on than normal because, they were trying to develop the wrestlers. However, that said, after the CM Punk and Seth Rollins thing, and then after the awesome Gunther match with Ludwig Kaiser, Raw peaked right at the beginning and steadily went downhill throughout the show. Jenny Sinatra, Drew McIntyre forgetting about how Solo cost him the match against Roman Reigns at Clash of the Castle in 2022. And yeah, you're right. When Drew came back from the beating Sammy at Saturday's main event, he was 1 down, 4 to go, meaning that could be Jay, Jimmy, Roman, and Solo. But tonight on Raw, he said that he only had 4 targets, which was then leaving out Solo Sikoa. So I don't know which one he misspoke. If we're going off of Saturday's main event, then Solo's still included. But if he rethought about it, and he's like, the enemy of my enemy is now my friend, Solo might be off the hook based on the numbers that he presented tonight. We shall see. Bishop Marley, I like that the New Day is being iced out. As a matter of fact, I want them to keep taking L's because even though they may be justified in their actions and feelings, the New Day can't succeed off the power of negativity. I think it's a good character arc. Okay, so first up, I don't think they're really justified. I love their new character arc, though, I will say that, but they're not really justified. They have no right to just destroy Big E because the dude broke his neck and didn't want to accompany them to the ring every day. I'm sure he was calling them and texting them, but that said, I love where the New Day is at. I love them being iced out. I'm glad that the whole locker room is like, no. They loved Big E so much. This is the unforgivable sin. We've had people hitting people with sledgehammers and cement blocks before, but nope, you hurt Big E's feelings. That's the line. I love that as well, but I don't want them taking losses. I get what you're saying, though. It kind of adds to their character arc, but nah, I want them winning a lot. I want them to win a lot and justify this heel turn by victory after victory, but I do get what you're saying. We're just on different pages here, but that's okay. We don't have to be on the same page all the time. The smartest idiot, Kaiser looked like $1 million tonight. Yeah, he did. That's how you lose and still elevate yourself. Great match between Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser. I loved it. You don't always have to win, and this proved it. Ludwig is the future, but so is Braun Breaker. I'm a Doomenger. So glad Judgment Day lost the titles. LOL. Yes. Very glad, happy about it even. I'm a huge proponent of Finn Balor needs victories, but those are solo victories. He does not need to be in the tag division. They definitely brought the stock down, holding the titles. Get those belts off of them. Get them on any other team. War Raiders, good for you. Right place, right time. I hope the New Day beats you, but I'm just so glad that the Judgment Day are no longer champs. Tam Nammy, War Raiders should feud with the New Day now for the title. We don't need Judgment Day around the titles in a long time. Maybe never again. Judgment Day, to me, Judgment Day are almost kind of completely done, but it looks like me and Tam Nammy are just like on the same wavelength. We need New Day now fighting for those titles, and let's get them a victory. New Day rocks, and New Day needs the title. Here's Mickey. Zoey Stark's winning the triple threat was actually a surprise. I thought for sure it would be Raquel. She's not winning the whole tournament, but I'm not mad. She's pretty good in the ring, just don't like the faction. Again, nobody really likes Pure Fusion Collective, but yeah, I was also surprised. I was very much in the camp of, yeah, this is just going to be a good exhibition match for Raquel to win. That said, I don't really think Raquel should have lost, but she didn't take the pin. It's a triple threat, so yeah, very much it was a surprise. It wasn't a bad surprise, but I hold it off on saying it was a good surprise, but it definitely was a surprise, and sometimes that's what you just need. Comic Head, the booking of Chad Gable is truly mind-boggling. They build up Chad versus Otis, could have been a PLE-worthy match back when they first split. It would have helped legitimize Otis too. And they abandoned it to feed Gable to the Wyatt's debut. Why? Yeah, I never understood it. I never understood it. Otis was getting huge pops. The crowd was totally behind him. Yeah, they still like Otis, but if he could have just completely punched out, knocked out Chad Gable, even 1 or 2 times, it would have been just like the place would have exploded. We literally had a star in the making, and they decided to ruin it. And not only did they ruin it, but they ruined almost 2 characters in that. We had Chad, super red hot heel, Otis, super red hot babyface, and then we gave him to the Wyatts? We didn't need to do that. We definitely did not need to do that. John Clockwork, this is an actual hot take. Put the IC belt on Zoey Stark and have all 3 members of the Pure Fusion Collective defend the belts interchangeably, like how No Quarter Catch Crew does with the Heritage Cup on NXT. Then feud with them with Damage Control and have Dakota pin Shayna for the belt. You know what? Okay, do it. I mean, why not? Why not? You know, there's the Freebird rule, right? There's a Freebird rule when it comes to a 3-person tag team that anybody can defend the belts. I mean, it'd be different somehow, some way. The Pure Fusion Collective, get that? It might spark things up. It might heat them up. I don't know. It's different, so let's try it. Southpaw Jimmy, Adam Pearce has only 2 functions, angrily breaking up fights between 2 willing competitors and later congratulating himself for setting up a match between those same competitors. That's funny, actually, Southpaw Jimmy. That's kind of true. You got 2 guys fighting. No, stop. And then later he's like, you know what? I had a brilliant idea. What if I put those 2 in a match? John Clockwork, why does WWE Creative keep us on pins and needles with Chad Gable? They have a story and they put it on ice just to microwave it. Later, like an American-made burrito, that was a good little play on words, you can only reheat something in the microwave, but so much before it's ruined. Yeah, too little too late on this one. I mean, I guess I still want Chad versus Otis, but that's just for closure's sake, but the heat's gone. The heat is gone. They can't get it back. You know, you gotta strike when the iron's hot. I just don't get why we did what we did with those 2. They should have had the feud. The Wyatt 6 could have feuded with someone else. It didn't need to be Chad Gable, but Otis could only feud with Chad Gable. And now look where Otis is. Look where Chad is. Chad will be fine. He's such a star. He'll rise above it, but still, Chad could have really helped Otis. Otis needed it. Look at the Wyatt 6. The Wyatt 6 didn't really need Chad Gable either, so I don't know. Just like Comic Cat said, mind-boggling. Judy Angela Jessen, I'm so excited. We're getting 3 hours Raw again soon. I hope the men's tag division and women's get more time. Looks like we might get Chad Gable versus Otis. I pray for this to happen. Yes, I definitely want Chad Gable and Otis to still happen, like I said, for closure's sake, but I do fear that the main emotional investment I once had in it is no longer there as much. So I'm glad it's happening, but it won't be as good, unfortunately. And then, yeah, 3 Hours Raw, probably coming back. Really excited for that. I can't believe I live in a world in which I kind of want 3 Hour Raws back. I probably want 2 Hour Raws more than 3 Hour Raws, but I definitely was enjoying 3 Hour Raws. And I think that's the overwhelming sentiment, that people want 3 hours back, and that will give wrestlers a better showcase. So there's definitely a lot of pros, to it. TTJC, hope you had a good time at Raw last night. There needs to be a stipulation that if Liv wins, Rhea can't challenge for the world title while Liv holds it, and vice versa. Force them to go different ways for the titles. Yes, please. Please, please, please do that. I need them apart from each other. They're excellent wrestlers. They're excellent characters. Rhea may be a little too overpowered, but whatever the case may be, they need to go their separate ways. I really enjoyed Liv Morgan versus Io Sky on Saturday's main event, and I would like to see Rhea fight other people too. Please just put a stipulation. Once you lose, you can't fight the winner again while there's a title on their waist. TJC, Finn should have left Damian alone like they agreed. I hope JD crashes out on him because that was his first title. Yeah, I could see that. That would be a good way. It seems like there's a lot of dissension in Judgment Day anyways, and so maybe this is the thing that JD needs to say, Finn, no, we're done. We're done. You could have left Damian alone and we would still be champ. Rafael Lottie AI, Monday Night Crash Out starts with a bang with Seth Rollins and Punk crashing down on each other. Yes, amazing. Loved that brawl. We have that Finn and JD saved their best match for last. If they had more title defenses like this, I wouldn't mind keeping them with the titles till Mania. Heck, if they even had more title defenses, this was like, what, their third title defense? Fourth? No, I think their third title defense. So, yeah. But pretty lame, but a good match. Number 3, Braun and Ludwig almost stole the show. Ludwig's stock continues to rise, and Braun just looks awesome. Yeah, they definitely best match of the night, and just really, really stellar stuff from those two. Number 4, I find Kofi and Xavier's obliviousness hilarious. They just want to go about their business. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny. I think they can play it out for maybe another week or two. He also said, and Deadbeat Ray had no right to kick them out of the dressing room. They have not attacked anybody yet. Honestly, he doesn't have a right to kick them out of the dressing room, but it's funny that he calls him Deadbeat Ray. Where is Carmelo Hayes to back them up? He's on SmackDown, but yeah, it would be funny if Carmelo kind of was like, I would like to see that interaction. That would be funny. Lester Jambrani, I just want Io to be champion. I think we just want anybody to be champion right now so that championship belt can be not held hostage in this Rhea Liv fight. Oh man, this Rhea Liv feud was so good in the beginning all the way to SummerSlam, and then slowly we just got tired of it, and that sucks because they had so much momentum at one point. I just hate that it is gone this route, because maybe this would have been an all-time feud, you know what I mean? And now it's just like, here we go again. But yeah, get the belt on somebody. Io Sky, somebody. The women's tournament is pointless. It's pointless. Nobody seems like a legit contender to hold the belt minus Zelina Vega. And what happened to her? Oh, that's right. She jobbed out to Lyra Valkyria and some other girl I can't remember the name of. Dakota Kai better win. She's the only one left. Well, Natalya is also in there, and there is a push backstage to give Natalya it because she deserves it, which, I don't know, I see the point, but I kind of hope not. And you could argue that this tournament is helping stars break out. The U.S. title tournament definitely had more star power, but maybe this one's more about the rookies and stuff. I don't know. There's an argument to be made for you saying, you know, there's no star power, and then there's an argument to be made saying, well, this tournament is to build stars. So I don't know, whatever side of the fence you're on, It's not necessarily an invalid opinion. It's just an opinion one way or another. Jay Levi now. Nia Jax should have been booked like Rhea. She has the potential to be an intimidating monster. She should have never been pinned during her reign. It would be understandable why Tiffany has been hesitant to cash in. That's actually a good point. I have been thinking that they really fumbled Nia and Tiffany's storyline. Yeah, I think that's a really good point. If Nia was stronger, then it would make sense that Tiffany's scared to cash in, kind of even. And you're right. Nia should have been treated like Rhea is being treated now. And it's not because I don't like Rhea. If Rhea was a heel, then I'd be fine with how she's being booked. But the fact is, she's a face. So how am I supposed to really get behind a face who just can never really lose? And Nia, though, if she was booked like Rhea, it would be awesome when Nia lost. But right now, it's like Nia's losing left and right. Nia, as champion, has lost 4 times. 4 times. And Rhea, I don't think, has lost even that much as not champion. I think Rhea's lost, what, twice? Maybe? Cheong, 1973. The Judgment Day is now in the gutter. Yeah, they are definitely a shell of their former selves. They've gone through many iterations. They had Edge, they had the Terror Twins, and now they're with Liv and Finn. And they could have been good, but you know what? It was more important to make Rhea and Damian Priest unstoppable face beasts than it was to salvage the Judgment Day. I felt they could have done both, but you know what? The damage is done. Get rid of Judgment Day. Break them up. Send half to SmackDown and the other half just go their separate ways. Carlito, well, sorry, bud, you're going to be the victim in all of this. Donatello Leonardo, thoughts on Liv and maybe Dom and Raquel going to SmackDown? Distinction is growing in Judgment Day, and Rhea is obviously going over soon. But after the next match, her and Rhea have to be done with each other. Yeah, so everybody's saying that we're done with this feud. And yeah, either put Rhea on SmackDown or Liv, Dom, Raquel on SmackDown. Please separate them. I don't want them coming near each other. Maybe in the Royal Rumble, and that's it. Separate them, please. And Dominic was seen on SmackDown in the background talking to Nick Aldis. Clout Chasing Boy with a super red hot take. This is the jobber era of WWE. There are only mid-carders with the exception of Roman and maybe Randy. Both world titles are held by charisma-less indie goofs. That's a hot take. I asked for hot takes. That's a hot take. I can see why you think Gunther has no charisma. I think that's part of his character even. And yeah, I don't agree though. I definitely think there are main eventers. I even think LA Knight's a main eventer. And Drew McIntyre, 100%. Seth Rollins, CM Punk. But there are a lot of, you know what? I'm just going to leave it as is. You folks in the comments below, tell me, do you agree with Cloud Chasing Boy? Is this the jobber era? Is it just a bunch of mid-carders? Because I'm actually really digging this era. I think it's very good. I think it's a very healthy mix of storylines and wrestling. Unlike, you know, Attitude Era. Attitude Era had some amazing characters, but they had some really dog crap storylines here and there. Beaver Cleaver, anybody? Feeding Peppy the dog to Al Snow, anybody? You know, they had some really bad stuff. And this era, while not perfect, definitely doesn't have that kind of storytelling. So let me know. You know what? Cloud Chasing Boy, thanks for your hot take. I appreciate it. And if you feel that this is the era of jobbers or not, you want to defend this era, please do so in the comments below. You guys, you girls, have a great day. See you for SmackDown, the live stream, and then immediately following the hot takes. Have a good day.